Good morning. It's Mission Tuesday. We've been saying that the family is ground zero for missions. It is our primary mission field, and that the Ten Commandments are ground zero for the family. They teach us how to live our lives before God. And this morning, in between Mother's and Father's Day, we come to a most appropriate commandment, the fifth. It goes like this: honor your father and mother in the Lord, as the Lord has commanded you, that your days may be long and that it may go well with you. Honor your father and mother. The first word of that commandment is honor. In the Hebrew, the word literally means heavy. It means, therefore, that honor is something more than lip service. Honor means that you weigh all of the relationships in your life, you give special weight to that relationship with your mom and your dad. It should outweigh all of the other relationships. Honor your father and your mother. And this is, as Paul points out in Ephesians chapter 6, he gets through writing about marriage to the Ephesian church, and then he speaks to children, and he repeats this commandment, and he says that this is the only commandment with a promise. Did you know that? This is the only one of the 10 commandments with a specific promise. That is blessing. You'll be blessed. Now, all of the commandments of God have that implicit promise. In other words, when you obey God, you will be blessed. That's the deal. Jesus, after washing his disciples' feet and teaching them the lesson on service, says, if you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. And so obeying God's commandments will always lead to blessing. That promise is implicit in every command of God. However, this one is explicit and it's specific. Honor your father and mother as the Lord has commanded you, that your days may be long and that it may go well with you. So your life will be long, it will be pleasant, it will go well with you. The quantity of your life as well as the quality of your life will improve when you honor your father and your mother. In his second letter to Timothy, Paul describes what it will be like in the days when this is not so, days like we're living in now. He describes in chapter 3, the first 5 verses. He really describes the days and the culture and the society we're living in right now. And he says how men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, and then he includes this phrase, disobedient to parents. And so the commandment, the fifth commandment, reminds us that we're in the world where people ignore their parents, they're disobedient to their parents. They do not weigh heavily that relationship in their lives. But we're reminded that we live in the world, but we're not to be of the world. Whether your parents are younger and you are a young child, or whether your parents are older, aging, we're still always to honor them so that our lives, our days may be long on the earth and it may go well with us. Now, for those of us who are grandparents and great-grandparents, we need to pray for our children and their children, the children in our church, that they would be obedient to their parents, that they would honor them. And we need to set the example. We need to model parents and grandparents whose example is to be weighed very heavily by others. We have things to teach by the way we parent, the way we grandparent, the way we treat our children. in our church. So, very important commandment with a promise. Have a wonderful Tuesday.